Hi guys, welcome to hashtag Listen. I'm standing in front of the iconic Kimberley Skate Park where the energy is electric, the stakes is sky high. So guys, today is the day. The Kimberley Diamond Cup is here, where the skaters all across the Northern Cape is gathered here to find out who really is the best. So come with me, let's check it out. Let's go.
Hello, hashtag Listen Fam. It's Callie Hendricks here, back with another episode of The Theatre. And today I am at the skate park. We are doing a special insert today. With me on the couch, I have Mr. Tami Mabija. He is the HOD for the Department of Economic Development and Tourism. Welcome, Mr. Mabija.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Okay.
excited to be here.
That's great. That's great. So we have a very exciting time lining up today. Can you tell us a little bit more about the Kimberley Diamond Cup and why the government decided to resuscitate this event?
So the event never really died. So what we've been busy with, we've just been struggling to get the right partners to run this event for us. We've struggled over the past 1.5 years. As you know, for us to acquire services, we have to go through procurement processes. We had 4 attempts to get to a point where we are satisfied with the quality of the service provider who then will partner us to take this event forward. So yes, I must apologize to the public in the previous 1.5 years that it was quiet. But what we've been doing in the past 1.5 years, we've been running clinics.
Sure.
The park has been open. The park is fully maintained. The kids have been busy on the park.
Sure.
This element is then the competitive element part of the whole skating park, where we put the skaters against each other and see who will come up the best,
Yes.
who will then represent the province. So where we've started is in the regions themselves. We've been what we call skate for hope, where those who are even new in the skating
Yes.
are then allowed to be trained, and then they participate in a competitive process. So we've gone through all the 5 regions. Today is then the competition where we're bringing all these regional qualifiers to then come today to then compete against each other.
Yes.
That's just the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Then the next part of it, where we then try and get some of the best skaters from the country itself. Then we go to the big areas, the big places. We're planning to be in Kabeja on the 18th. We're inviting for those who are in that area in the Eastern Cape
Yes.
to go and participate in that competitive process. On the 24th of January, we'll be in Joburg.
Sure.
For all those Joburgers, I think they should be back from holiday. Uh, we need the kids to be there to go and
Yes.
participate. And then on the 1st of February, then for Kimberley. And then on the 18th of February, will be in Bloemfontein. And on the 15th of February, we'll be in Durban. And then ultimately, then we will also go back to Johannesburg on the 1st of March to capture those who could not make it in January to participate in the process. And then our big event, now that we will have collected all the best from the country, we will have our Apex event on the 15th of March here in Kimberley. We've got prizes exceeding over 500,000
Yes.
that will be awarded to those skaters who excel on the pitch. So it's very exciting.
It's
for the
very
country.
exciting. I want to, you've mentioned now the biggest cities, but I want us to talk more about the impact that the Diamond Cup is is making specifically in the Northern Cape. Can you tell us maybe a little bit about more of the towns that you visited during the road shows?
So overall, so as we are saying, this has been going on. We've had a full 4 years of skate parking. About 2 years after COVID, so we started just before COVID with the program,
Yes.
and then when COVID came in on 2020, we had to take a hold. And then from 2021, 2022, we have been busy. We can give you the figures for those events, all of them that have happened in the past, including in the Northern Cape. We've had about 106 attendees, individuals that come and attend these competitive sessions.
Sure.
We've created 1,900 jobs in the
Yeah.
process, supporting 240 SMMEs
Yeah.
in the Northern Cape to come and provide services for those who are attending, like food, entertainment for the kids, and to that effect, the marketing and the visibility of this program, we've been able to reach about 3.5 billion
Million
people
people.
globally
Sure.
that
That's
have watched
that is
this event.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's quite a tourism.
Yes, definitely. Are there specific efforts that to encourage local or under represented skateboarders to participate?
Yes, as I've indicated, there's two parts to the entire program. There's a
Yes.
competitive part,
Yes.
and then there is the one that we call skating for hope.
Yes.
Skating for hope is like for really then your entry people, people that have never skated before. What we do, we buy them skateboards.
Sure.
You don't have to have one. We then bring the skateboards, and then we've got then an instructor, which is a trainer, who then takes these learners through the process of how do you then move the skate from point one to point B.
Yes. Safely so.
Safely so.
Yes.
The board comes with all the safety equipment,
Yes. Yeah.
a helmet,
That's very
making
important.
sure that your knees don't get shattered.
Sure.
As you know, the pitch is quite it's concrete.
Yeah.
It's not soft. So
Sure.
when you land there on your knee has to be protected. Your elbows,
Yes.
as an example. So we make sure that the kids are fully protected, and they are not really they don't hurt themselves.
Yes.
But what we always have first aid colleagues on the standby to assess the kids in case they fall.
Yeah.
But as you know, kids,
We know kids.
when they fall now, they are already up the next
Yes,
second.
I do
So
think
so that excitement, I think they normally forget to look
Yeah.
after themselves.
That's true.
But we are there to make sure that they do it safely.
Yes. How does this event contribute to promoting skateboarding as both as a sport but also as a lifestyle?
Yo, it goes a long way. It goes a long way. Our colleagues will remember that this sport now is an Olympic sport. We were in front as the province propagating for this sport to
Yeah.
also to become an
An
Olympic sport.
Sure.
We got it right. The last Olympic was the first time that the skaters, this category, has been allowed to. We are forming associations, helping to form associations that will then keep the sports going. As you know, a big part from our side, we've introduced the sport formally as a sport, not just as a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then to take it forward, we had to talk to the international bodies. So now that the skateboard is now skating is an Olympic
Big
sport,
yes.
we've got 3 ambassadors
Sure.
that made it there, flowing from our processes of promoting the sport
Yeah.
itself. We've got Bipelo, as you know, that is participating at Olympic level.
Level,
We've
sure.
always been sponsoring those. So those who actually then become well, those who are excelling in it, we normally sponsor them
Sure.
as a department to make sure that they participate in the events that will qualify you to go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
As a lifestyle, we're not doing very well on that side. I think it's a side that we need to look at, but
Yeah.
we've got all these skaters that are not necessarily intending to be Olympic champions,
Champions, yes.
but they just want to live the life. We've got activities here at the skating board over and above skating.
Yes.
Like tonight, we've got an activity tonight. It's a movie night tonight for the kids.
Sure.
And the movie night, as you know, there will be movies, not necessarily skating. So we then invite the other kids to
And
interest them,
introduce them to
interest,
the skate park.
introduce them to the skate park,
Sure.
attracting them through other activities
Yes.
like movie nights and all.
Sure, that's very interesting. Tell us a bit about the who are the different stakeholders and partners that have come on board to support the Kimberley Diamond Cup.
We've got quite a number of stakeholders. When we ran the program just before 2019, we managed to secure sponsorships like your Kumba.
Yeah.
They were very active. I must indicate when COVID came in, when companies went back, we were struggling to get sponsors because remember each and every company had to because they were shut down, they had to deal with issues of resuscitating their companies. So sponsorships were about very scarce. But now this year, we are attracting a few, and we're talking to a few companies to come on board for tonight's event. We've got a pick and pay that will be giving food
Sure.
for the kids for the program that we have tonight. We are talking to a few others. We've got Department of Transport, who's our big stakeholder. We've got the sporting colleagues in the province. Currently, there is no association. We've got those that have raised their hands who will then be working towards building the association and making sure that we've got a permanent members who will be over and above government, who will be then taking the sport forward.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
No, thank you very much, Mr. Tami. What message would you give to anybody who's watching this, to encourage them to get a child into joining a program like skateboarding, for instance? Because we know, as they say, a child in sport is a child out of court. So, what message would you give to the broader community to encourage them to join skateboarding?
Look, we will like the community to come here. As you know, the schools are closed.
Yeah.
Parents are still at work. There is that balance that they're struggling with the kids. If you bring your kid here to come and spend the day with skating,
Yeah.
there is security here.
Sure.
We've got people that are coaching. We will look after your kids to come and spend the day here. And as you know, the kids, they want to be outside. It's a bit hot, but we've got tented areas where they can go and make sure that they 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 they, they rest a bit if it's too hot. We've got refreshments for them, water that we've brought here to make sure that they are hydrated. So it's an activity. We know Kimberley doesn't have a lot of activities. This activity happens here every day.
Sure.
Every day there is a coach here, there's a facilitator here, there is first aid people that will be looking after the kids. And we've got skateboards. You don't need to have a skateboard to come here. We've got skateboards that we'll borrow to the kids to also play with the skateboards. Thank you.
That's something great for the community to know that you don't have to own a skateboard, but bring the kids. So
Yes.
thank you so much for your time. We are looking forward to seeing where the Diamond Cup takes the city of Kimberley and the Northern Cape.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you a lot. I'm Andy Lemlau, the project manager for the Kimberley Diamond Cup. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Mulao.
Lau.
Mulao.
Yes,
Mr.
yes.
Mulao, I just want to congratulate you guys on the success of this event. And I want to hear from you, like, what was the journey like being part of this KDC, the Kim Diamond Cup?
Yeah, no. I must say it's been exciting. Going into communities, seeing the excitement on the faces of young people. I mean, we've been absent for some time, and our return has been very received quite well. I mean, I must just say, for a bit of context, that for the past couple of weeks we've been on the road, doing clinics, skateboarding clinics. We've been to Springbok, Uppington, DR, and we've been to Kuruman as well, to go and actually set up skate clinics. We took some of our best skaters from Kimberley and some of our pro skaters.
Yes.
So they were the ones running the clinics there.
Okay.
We got raw young boys and girls. Yes. Who actually wanted to experience the sport itself. We left behind boards because skateboards are not easy to come.
It's
down.
tough, yeah.
I think in that process we distributed over 60 skateboards in those 4 towns. We left coaches there in those towns that they continue the work that we are trying to actually achieve. We want to see more skaters coming through. So basically, the skate clinics were a big success in terms of our evaluation.
Okay.
I mean, this is the platform for the broader Kimberley Diamond Cup program. I mean, the skaters that you will see here today.
Yes.
Our wish is that we see them in the Grand Slams, which is your pro events. That will be rolling out across the country as qualifiers to the main event that comes to Kimberley.
Okay, so I also want to hear, like, what has been the challenges like that when coupled with this organization of this event, and what has been the thing that was tricky during this time? If you're free to share.
Look, ours is to get sustainability in terms of what we're doing. We want to have this continue because we've seen the impact of this thing. So I think the greatest challenge for us is to actually get partners on board.
Yes.
There are some that we've actually gotten on board because we can't do this alone.
Okay.
Once we get other partners on board, I mean, we can have a greater impact. I mean, we have the young people, they need life skills.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You want to bring in people that can actually impart those on them. You want to bring in people that can actually provide the boards, because the boards are not something that are easy to come out. The money to buy a board is,
It's kind of expensive.
so those are the challenges that we're actually facing. But I mean, those are not insurmountable challenges. Those are things that we can get through collaborations. Yes.
One of the things that I like about this initiative is, like, as a young person myself, and I grew up in Kimberley and Northern Cape. There wasn't things to do, man. Like growing up, and this is one of the things I see that's standing out about this event, that it keeps the young people busy. They can hope and have a dream for the future, because, as you said, this can become a career, right?
Yes. I mean, we've seen that. The one thing I always say is that in terms of this program, you don't have to literally look for its impact. We've already seen the impact of this program. In terms of keeping young people busy and all of that, we've deliberately actually designed this program. It keeps young people busy. I mean, I've just spoken about how we've gone to the other skate parks that we have built across the province.
Yes.
And we've appointed young people in those skate parks. We've given them skateboards so that we get young people busy. I mean, if you can look on the other side of this facility right now, there's a whole basketball tournament taking place. So we want to have young people, engage in a sort of a positive lifestyle. So that's what we basically learn. I mean, with this skate park as well, we've got 3 appointed coaches. One of them is a 2-time Olympian.
Whoa.
Yes. So, I mean, imagine you're being taught by an Olympian to skate. So, on a weekly basis, we've got programs here. Last night we had a Friday night lights. We used to play the movie for the kids. Just family friendly environment for people to come through and chill. So we want to actually have this as a hub of activity for young people. Safe space.
So, like, where do you see, like, say for example, in the future, where do you see, or where do you want to see this program going? You want to see, like, the whole Northern Cape coming, or like you want to see the young people being busy, you want to see growth, you want to see like more boards being delivered to people and stuff like that?
Look, I think for us as a department, and this is a program of the Department of Economic Development, yes, in tourism. Primarily, this program for us is geared towards tourism.
Yes, sir.
And when I say tourism, I mean tourism growth.
Okay.
We want to get people to the province, to come and see the province through the events that we actually host. That's a vehicle that we want to use.
Yes, sir.
Already in the continent, in the country, we're seen as a skateboarding hub, the Northern Cape. So that's how we want to position the province as an extreme sports destination. You know, when you think about extreme sport, you want to come to the Northern Cape. So that's one of the objectives of the program, of the overall program.
Yes,
Because
yes.
you can imagine the Apex event, the prize money that we have at the Apex event. I mean, it gets some of the continental skaters actually travel and come to Kimberley. Those are visitors that come into the city. They might come with their families. They might take content. Other people that normally wouldn't come to Kimberley would see that content and want to come to Kimberley. So we want to drive tourism in that fashion. But also there's an element of youth development. We can't run away from that. It's a sport program. So as I've said before, we've achieved amazing things with this program. One of the things that we do is that some of the kids that actually participate are so talented that the country cannot ignore them. We've spoken about Bupilo for numerous times, but there are other young people as well, which the department we have supported to get on a global stage.
Yes.
I mean, they've been able to participate at the Olympic qualifiers. I mean, for you to get to the Olympics, you must first go through a World Series.
Yes, a process.
And that World Series doesn't take place in Johannesburg, in Cape Town. It takes place in Sharjah, in Dubai. It takes place in Brazil. So the department would support those young people to get to that point and participate in qualifiers. So for us, we would like to see more of that. I mean, those young people then become a sort of a beacon of hope, something that other young people can look up to, want to achieve that positive lifestyle. That's what we want to see. Yes, community development is at the center of what we do. I mean, what we do here must impact the community.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, the events that we do are based in communities. The tourism that you want to actually grow happens within communities. The services that we draw to actually host such an event are drawn from the communities. You have SMEs that come through and sell their wares during the event. So
Yes, sir.
you're actually multiplying the economic impact of the event itself. So basically, in terms of those three objectives, that's how we want to see the impact of this program.
Okay. So now I want to ask you one more question. Can you skate?
I can't skate and I don't want to see myself on a board. If I break a leg now, it will take some time.
Yeah, one of the board is not easy. Yeah, you guys make it look so easy.
No, I can't skate, my guy. And yeah, as I've said, getting on a board is quite risky. I mean, I admire these guys that they fall and all of that, but I don't want to see myself in that situation.
They get up fast. Yeah. I want to thank you for taking the time to come and chat to us. We really appreciate it, and we just hope for more growth and to see this thing boom, man.
Yeah, I think with platforms such as yourselves, bringing attention to what we do here, communicating a positive story, we can do a lot more for these kids. Yes. So thank you very much again for giving us the opportunity to come and speak to you.
Only I'll probably do my life.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I'm now joined by Mr. Sean Modise and Ms. Diane Martin. I'll just ask them to quickly give us a short introduction and tell us a bit about where you're from and why you're joining me today.
Thank you so much. The name is Sean Modise, as you put it. I'm the acting CEO for the Northern Cape Economic Development Trade Investment Promotion Agency, shortly known as NADA.
Yes.
So we're here today. I'm really excited for the media launch for the KDC. And obviously from our side, it's really focused around how do we amplify messaging on extreme sports as it relates to tourism, as it were.
Sure.
Thank you, Diana Martin, and I'm the GM for marketing and promotion, also at the Northern Cape at NEDA. And yes, and I would also just take the opportunity just to share some of the amazing experiences that we have for all those people that are soon on holiday.
Yes, yes. So tell me, what does an event like the Kimberley Diamond Cup mean for tourism in the Northern Cape?
All right. For us, skateboarding aligns with the youth-focused tourism sort of cornerstone, if you like, creating sort of a bespoke offering that appeals to the younger generation because it portrays a vibrant image around what we have to offer,
Yeah.
and it sort of resonates with the youth generation as well as tourism as a destination for us. So for us, it's relatively quite key, and we're looking at empowering and encouraging skateboarders to really come to and enjoy and being the brand ambassadors for us as it
Yes.
relates to this particular event
Yeah.
and amplifying what it is that the Northern Cape has to offer.
Yeah.
For us, really supporting skateboarding is really looking at a multi-dimensional sort of value proposition, making sure that it blends with community development
Yeah.
and enhances the tourism potential that we have because it's really something that's quite different in terms of that offering and also amplifies a different cultural sort of vibrancy that creates a sort of sustainable growth as well as amplifies our destination because we think we super awesome as the Northern
Of
Cape.
course we are. Now I love that you, Mr. Sean, I love that you stated that it is an extreme sport. So tell me, what approach have you done to attract kids to have you taken to attract kids to this not a well-known sport? I mean, we don't really get skateboarding promoted in school. So what approach are you taking to reach kids, especially kids from the disadvantaged communities?
No, 100%. I think this program has been sort of making the rounds in the province for some time.
Yes.
And from our side as NEDA is really to make sure that we market it quite aggressively in partnership with our mother department, the Department of Economic Development and Tourism, that is really driving the product that we are offering in terms of this. So for us, is really to go out into the various social media marketing spaces, occupy and make sure it resonates with the youth because that's where they really stay most of their time. And also, we made mention in the media launch earlier that we're doing radio activations and we're really going to the various districts. If you know, our province is quite large and vast. So we've been to all the 5 districts and really activating this particular bespoke offering. And it's really grown in leaps and bounds since it was instituted.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Now, I know Ms. Diana is very excited to tell us about what is coming up, especially for the youngsters in the next couple of weeks.
Yes, are we not so happy that it is eventually almost summer holiday? And yes,
100%.
here in the Northern Cape, we have so much to offer. We have also a campaign that says discover your neighborhood and then go and explore your province. So many people always say to me they live in Kimberley, but they have never been to the big hall, they've never been to the museums. And that is what we've also put out on all our marketing channels to advise people and remind them, this is what is on your doorstep. Please take your mom, take your small brother and sister and just go and explore.
Yes.
Because unfortunately, we are not all going away.
Yes.
So please make your holiday. These days, we must have the best time wherever we are. And with these experiences right on our doorsteps, we encourage people just again, don't always to look to Cape Town, to the Durban, go to Mauritius, and you haven't even been down the road.
Yes.
So that is what we are trying to offer. So that is the one campaign we are doing. And we have launched that and put it out in all the various regions. And I think we are particularly also very cool because we did also the radio ads in exactly the feel and the language of the region. So our ad from Kimberley and the Diamond Fields to the Karoo to Namakwa, of course you can imagine, especially Namakwa, they have a very different take on how they talk.
Yes.
So that we also think, and again, aligning with Mr. Modisi, is we bring the market in the language you want and how you want to interact with the destination in your language and in your how you feel. And then also for the provincial markets as well as our national markets, and actually also our international markets, because they're also coming, is we have developed a range of 8 small, we call it micro trips. So it's a 3-4 day stay and a visit somewhere. So we've highlighted the entire province, and from glamping, from experiences, these wonderful stars that we have, to adrenaline. And yeah, you can, wherever you are, go and visit the local skate park because there is one. And ask the local skateboarders if they can borrow, because I see these children and I'm dying to go and skateboard a little bit. But this is all there. So we think are multifaceted. And also, again, with the current economic climate, people do not really have either the financial situation to go for those long holidays we've seen before, 20 days, the whole summer. You leave the first week in December and you come back a lot in January. So these micro trips also offer a very affordable way to still go and take your family and friends and go and explore it. And also why we've done the small ones, because we also know first Christmas, you have to spend your, I'm sorry, with your family.
Yes,
And heaven forbid you don't. So that is why go there and then grab your friends and go on a short trip and explore the Northern Cape.
Yes, 100%. Well, there you have it. There is much to do in the Northern Cape. Ooh. Let's just get the team to sort this out so that it doesn't fall over. The extreme part of the Northern Cape. Yes, so there's much to do in the Northern Cape. So just tell us, where do we find all of this information? What are the channels that we can go and look at to find out where these short stays, where these trips are?
It's all on our social media, and take you to our marketing communications colleague. It is everywhere on our WhatsApp groups. So if the listeners and the viewers do not know, go to www.experiencenortherncape.com. It's on all our Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, video, YouTube.
Yes.
And then also, we are just a phone call away, and then we can also advise. But all the information also has been loaded on our WhatsApp groups, and we have maybe 10 different WhatsApp groups covering the entire Northern Cape. Or yes, if you want to speak to us, we would love to hear from you and tell you where to go.
100%. Experience Northern Cape is at .com. ExperienceNorthernCape.com. Thank you so much for joining us on the hashtag Listen platform. It's been a pleasure speaking to you.
And so let's just ask Mr. Madisi, where are you going to explore your neighborhoods?
I will be in Kimberley, and then I'll do Witstrand and potentially go to Grabis. I want to go take them to Port Noloth as well,
Sure.
and then come back to through the Namakwa region, your Willistons and so forth. Maybe potentially do a salt and that. But unfortunately, it's summer, so they won't miss snow this time round.
That's no.
Yeah.
So Mr. Madisi has just combined 7 of our small trips into one wonderful trip. So do enjoy your mega trip. And we encourage others to also combine our short trips into a mega trip.
100%. So a great summer ahead. Thank you so much.
Today I'm joined by Honorable MEC Untobeko Vilagasi. How are you, ma'am? I cannot complain, ma'am. Ma'am, welcome to hashtag Listen. Ma'am, I just want to hear from you. How do you feel about the turnout and the support of such an unpopular sport in the Northern Cape and in South Africa as a whole? But to see the turnout and the support of the young people, and how do you feel about that?
Thank you very much. I feel very excited. And you know, the fact that we are on the 16 days of violence against women and children, and we organize as the province such an event, for us it says a lot, because you know, during 16 days, that's when all these social ills are happening, where our kids get killed, where our youngsters will be going and sit around the streets, having drugs, substance abuse, all these social ills are what, you know, but we are here today. For us as the Northern Cape government under Dr. Zamani Sol, we are very privileged to host such an event, because if you check, it's youth, the youth is here and they are taking this very serious. And it's not only about skateboarding. If you can check, there's a number of activities, sporting codes that are happening. And we are saying, as the government, we will always be here to support our youth in the province, because what we want to do, we want to make sure our youth, one day they can also be somewhere. And by engaging in such sporting codes, we might even get champions. Who knows? But that will only be successful if we as government are giving the necessary support. Obviously, us alone, we won't be able to. We need all stakeholders to come on board so that we can protect the future of our children. That's why we are here. We are proud to be part of this because we care for our youth in the province.
Listen, that's awesome stuff, man. I also want to hear, in your opinion, what role do you think sport in like poorer communities? What role do you think sports play in the keeping the children away from, like as you spoke about, the social ills, the drug, and all of those kind of stuff? What roles? And I can just think of a few like hope and stuff. Like, what roles do you think, ma'am, that sport plays in the youth development, ma'am?
Sports can play a significant role. Just yesterday, we were in Olifantshoek, one of the smallest towns in the province, where we had given youth some awards because there were a number of activities that had take place during the week. And you know, areas like Olifantshoek are small in the province. It's not always that you will see us going to those areas. But we said we need to reach out even to the smallest town. And you know, the talent that we saw there yesterday, it's marvelous because they were taking place in soccer. Different, you see, they are starting, it's teams that are starting from nothing, those vulnerable youth. But they said to themselves, they want to do something. And we said, we will give the better that we can so that you can really make sure that the soccer that you want to play can take you far one day. So those are vulnerable kids. You see, they are coming from nothing, nowhere. But as sports arts and culture, we managed to give them some awards. We gave them sporting coats and on all those kind of things, the sporting kits, so that they can continue with it. So sports arts and culture played a significant role in ensuring that we keep our youth away from all these social ills, because drugs, alcohol, it's killing our nation. And if you check when it comes to the abuse of substance abuse, it's small kids that are engaged in those things. And it goes to young girls also, teenage pregnancy. And that's where we need to make sure as government, we have these kind of campaigns. We bring them more of this. If you can check the area there we are today, it's big. There's a lot of sporting codes that we still have to bring so that we make sure we save our youth from all these social ills.
Yeah, definitely. No. Remember, the last night I just wanted to hear, like, going forth, how can we build on this today? How can, as sports arts and culture, the other departments, how can they collab and like continue the success of such events and just see more young people be invested in sports and just getting them off the streets, man?
You see, there's already a steering committee which consists of several departments. What we're gonna do also as the principals in those different departments is to make sure we prioritize them so that we can sit around the table. Because I always say social development alone, or sports arts and culture, or economic development alone, sitting in its corner, trying to bring change to our communities alone, you won't achieve it. But if you sit together as the different departments and come and say, this is the way, we will be able to save lots of our youth. Look now, we have youth that is coming from Springbok. Springbok, it's in Amapwa, but they are here taking part in this prestigious games. So it's all about us giving the best we can as government so that we can save our communities.
MZ, on behalf of hashtag Listen, I really want to thank you. It has been an unbelievable honor for myself to interview you and thank you for coming to chat with us. We really appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And my last guest for today is Boipelo Awa, a female street skateboarder, and she's joining me now. How are you, Boipelo? Welcome to Hashtag Listen.
I'm doing well. I'm happy to be here.
Great. Now, Boipelo, can you tell me a little bit about your journey with the Kimberley Diamond Cup? Where did this all start?
So I got introduced into skateboarding when I was like 5. But luckily around that time, it was just when the skate park was being built. So luckily for me, I had like this place to start at. So that's how it all started, and I've been coming to the programs that they used to hold since then with my older brother who used to skate. And yeah, that's how it all started.
Yes. So, and how have you progressed? I know you have you started out skateboarding here at the park, but you've made a couple of strides in the skateboarding world. Tell us a bit about that.
So my progression, so I stopped at some point, like I stopped skating for 4 years when I was like 11, and I only came back when I was 13, turning 14.
Sure.
And I think what helped when I came back to skateboarding, because I had stopped for such a long time, like my passion for the sport came back, that drive and that urge. And luckily I wasn't starting from scratch. So then my progression, I was just progressing like super quick because I was skating with the guys here. And since then I've been able to go to a few international competitions. I've participated in a few nationals as well, and we're here today.
Yes, and you've also been at the Olympics. Tell us about that.
Yes, I've been to the Olympics. I actually came back from my second Olympics a few months ago.
Sure.
That was an amazing experience, and what it did for me is like seeing the level where it's at and being in that same environment and seeing it in person. It changes your mind and how you think about things. Kimberley is a small town, and especially for skateboarding, it's still growing in South Africa. But after being there, I like anything is possible.
Sure.
I came back with that thing, anything is possible. You share that with my peers here. Try and motivate him. Show them that what's possible.
Okay, and tell us a bit about what are you currently doing? How are you using your experience as a skateboarder and having been to the Olympics to bring it back home?
Yeah, after I came back, the competitions and stuff is cool. But I was just asking myself, what am I giving back to the community?
Yes.
And I started like with girl skate lessons here. Few of my mentors, like Mr. Owen, he was helping me out plan that. And then I had my first workshop here at the skate park, focused for the girls only.
Yeah.
But the guys can also pull through. And then now, luckily, the skate park offered me like a role here where I get to coach some of the skaters and just be a part of the program.
Sure, that's amazing. So what does the future hold for Boipelo?
For me, definitely a lot more competitions because I've been to a few, but I've seen my progression. You get used to that, the pressure at that level. And I've just been, skating better, learning new stuff. Definitely that, and hopefully grooming a lot more female skaters to come with, for the next ones. I definitely want to go to LA 2028.
Sure.
Get more girls to do that.
Yeah.
Get more support from the government,
Yes.
with the programs and all of that.
Yes.
So that's what's next.
Boipelo, tell me, what message do you have for our youth basically that are currently sitting at home complaining that there's nothing to do for me in Kimberley? What message do you have, a message of encouragement to get them involved in the sport?
To be honest, I'd say it's all about how you view things, You can choose to sit at home and just complain about it, or you can go out there, whether you're into art, sport, whatever it is, go out there and take the world that you wanna be in.
Sure.
You do have the power to start at least somewhere.
Yeah.
There are a lot of like hurdles along the way, but as long as you continue doing it, at some point it's gonna work out. If you don't stop.
Sure. No, thank you so much for that, and all the best with your future endeavors in the skateboarding world.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate your time here at Hashtag Listen. With that, we are ending our special episode. Thank you so much for tuning into the Hashtag Listen podcast. Remember to like this video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our page on Facebook, and we will see you on our next episode.